Hey guys, Ben here. This is my 5-month update. Had my 6th injection today and so far everything's going really well. Big changes for the month so far have been that I've stopped menstruating, which is awesome. And I've had a fair bit of body hair changes. Started to get a little snail trail happening and a little bit of hair above that on my stomach. A bit of hair on my feet as well. Not on my hands, and I know a lot of trans people talk about that happening, but so far my hands are just exactly the same as they've always been. They don't seem to be getting any bigger or anything either, which I know some people talk about. Haven't noticed that. Have noticed a little bit of weight change, especially around my midsection. So I'm starting to lose the hourglass figure and starting to become a bit more straight lined, which is very nice. And everything else is basically the same. I'm not sure if my arms or anything are getting any bigger at the moment, or if my voice is dropping any further, but that's something I'm sure I'll see over time. One of the cool things though, at the moment I'm coming up on my 6-month mark, so I'll be going through a new round of tests, just blood work, kidneys, cholesterols, all that sort of thing, to make sure I'm on track. And depending what my levels say, my endocrinologist may be changing me to a slow release 3-month injection, or I may even go down to a fortnightly injection. At the moment, I'm on the slow release monthly, which is going quite well. I've just got to make sure that I've timed the injection correctly. So instead of doing it every month, I'm doing it dead on every 4 weeks, or else it tends to throw out the emotions a little bit, especially at the end of the week. But nothing too major on that side of it. The other thing I've been thinking about is I've gone back and watched a few new videos on YouTube, a few trans people that I found, and a lot of them are from America, and I think one of the biggest differences I've noticed is the way I think they do the injections over there, which is very different to how we do them here in Australia. Biggest thing being is we don't self-inject, so our injections are given under doctor supervision. So on my injection day, what I end up doing is I drive about, I think it's 40 kilometres, which ends up being about 25 miles, to see my doctor for about 5 minutes, where he waves at me. Then I have the injection on me, I give it to a nurse, I put my pants down, plonk it in my butt, get dressed, go home, and that's about it. And then I've got a 6 months prescription, which comes, I get refilled every 3 dosages or so. So yeah, that's the way it's done here. I don't know what it's like everywhere else in the world, but no self-injection here as far as I know. Could be something available down the track, but it's something I'm going to definitely talk to the endocrinologist about, because I don't like the idea of having to drive everywhere just to get jabbed, especially if it's something I can be doing myself at home. So yeah, that's about it so far. The other thing that I've been doing with a friend of mine is the Middle of the Road website and podcast that I mentioned last time. He's up and running. We've got about 5 or 6 episodes under our belt now. That's the hand of said friend. He really does exist, not just in my head. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you should definitely check that out. I'll have the link down the bottom, or you can have a look on the iTunes store for Middle of the Road, and it's up there. Eventually we'll have some cool cover art and stuff as well, but for the time being it's just not all that awesome. But it's getting there. It's definitely worth a listen to. It covers a little bit of trans stuff and then a lot of everyday life stuff, and it's just people having a few drinks and sharing some ideas. So feel free to have a listen and leave a comment. All right, thanks.